In those distant times when the earth knew no peace and wars were the destiny of nations, there stood in the expanse of northern Italy a man whose name will forever be associated with greatness and cunning. It was Hannibal, the general of Carthage, whose heart beat to the rhythm of war. He stood on a hill surveying the terrain, his eyes seeing not only the land but the future. "The Romans are strong," he told his commanders, "but their strength is their weakness. They are as untamed as elephants, and we will use their own strength against themselves." His plan was like the intricacies of a spider's web, to trap and surround the enemy, using the mobility of the Carthaginian army and the tactics of circumvention. The Carthaginian army, as a single organism, took up positions on the plain. The faces of the soldiers were full of determination, for they believed in their commander, in his ingenious plan that would lead them to victory. On the plain near the city of Cannae, where the grass whispered ancient secrets, the Roman army advanced to the battlefield. Consuls Lucius Aemilius Paulus and Gaius Terentius Verone led their legions, confident in their numbers and strength. They did not know that they were meeting their fate, that the ground beneath their feet was already part of a cunning plan. The Carthaginian army began to retreat, luring the Romans deep into the plain. The Romans, unaware of the trap, continued their pursuit like moths flying to a fire. And suddenly, when they were in the right place, the Carthaginian cavalry fell on their flanks, and the infantry closed the ring of encirclement. The Romans were trapped, their ranks crushed and disorganized like waves crashing against the rocks. Hannibal watched the battle, and his plan worked perfectly. He commanded his troops, directing their actions with incredible precision. His face was calm and confident, for he knew that victory was at hand, that the ground beneath the feet of his enemies was their grave. The battle was coming to an end, and the Roman army was completely defeated. Thousands of Romans were killed, and thousands were taken prisoner. The Carthaginian army celebrated victory, but Hannibal remained serious. He knew that Rome would not surrender easily, that his strategy had to be as flawless as an arrow shot at a target. Hannibal rode around the battlefield, surveying the results of his victory. His face expressed determination and wisdom, for he knew that many challenges lay ahead. He told his commanders, "This is only the beginning. We must be ready for new battles and new trials." The battlefield was strewn with bodies and broken weapons, but Hannibal knew there were more battles to come. He was ready for new challenges, and his army was ready to follow him as their leader and chieftain.